Upon researching about some of the interviews given by the creators of the old Balaji and Z5 series Paurashpur, I came across a statement with the Indian Express that this show is envisioned to be on the lines of Game of Thrones. Something that could not be further from the truth, as I saw this half-baked 7-episode series produced by Ekta Kapoor. We are supposedly transported to the 16th century in a fictionalized kingdom called Paurashpur, where the existence of women is more or less insignificant. As per law, women are to commit sati as soon as she is widowed and wear a chastity belt until their husbands come home. Their purpose is to satisfy their better halves in bed, and their opinions regarding anything beyond that are considered to be out of line or blasphemous. There is a mysterious disappearance of several queens as the old hag of a king, Bhadra Pratap, played by Annu Kapoor, carries on his perverse actions. Shilpa Shinde, who plays Meeravati, constantly supplies women and new wives to the king so that his thirst for women can be quenched. Boris, the leader of a neighbouring kingdom, described as neither a man nor a woman, is a constant threat to Bhadra Pratap and is fully against his oppressive practices against women. Will the abusive king eventually be taken down is what Paurashpur is intended to focus on. But what did we get? The sad reality of a series like Paurashpur is that the first look, even for a skeptic like me, developed intrigue within me. That this might be a different take by Ekta Kapoor and the creators of All Balaji to focus more on world building and the premise rather than what most series on the platform become, an excuse for the Indian audience to watch soft porn on a streaming platform. Paurashpur may just be one of the most expensive web series that has been produced solely for the platform, and you realize it just within 1 or 2 episodes what a waste of an investment this truly has been, as it becomes an addition to the sick, twisted and perverse content the streaming platform has already developed a reputation for. I remember watching an interview of Dimple Kapadia with Pritish Nandi, where she spoke about how tiring it's become for her to do female-oriented roles in Bollywood.
Well, they've just decided that a woman-oriented script means that there has to be a rape and she has to take revenge. I mean, that's it. If anyone comes and tells me, we've got a female-oriented script, I know at once what he's talking about.
Her statement was regarding the dilemma female actors feel while signing on the dotted line, as most of these movies would include a scene of physical abuse as the catalyst for revenge. More than contributing to the story, these sequences of sexual assault also became an excuse to titillate the audience and had become the staple role for well-known actors like Ranjit and Pran. There is a thin line between where sequences of sexual assault are shot to contribute to the storyline rather than simply becoming clips that would go on pornographic websites. Paurashpur is simply an erotica masked as a period drama. I will come to exactly why that is the case and sadly how it terribly underdelivers from what it was set out to do. I mean, the last thing I wanted to notice was Annu Kapoor having a bath before his wedding night as he talks to his penis, instructing it to not disappoint, to not come under pressure as he is about to share his bed with his new young wife. He clearly states that औरत या तो पैर की जूती होती है या बिस्तर का खिलौना. To see an entire sequence where Annu Kapoor prematurely ejaculates and blames the woman for it only to physically torture and abuse her made me wonder whether this story is to communicate the plight of women and eventually the opposite sex coming in unison together to fight the patriarchy, or is just an excuse for seeing sexual content. You know what's crazy about this series? That it generally does have all the ingredients to be an epic series. If you see the characters involved and the world that is showcased. To tell a story about an oppressive king where the members of the family are also disgusted by his ways leads to the creation of a political period drama that would translate beautifully and have a great message. But what we get is simply as an excuse of a series. The comparison to be even remotely close to Game of Thrones is such an insult to the years of world building and character development that the classic show has already done. The sad reality of a show like Paurashpur on a platform like Old Balaji is that the producer is set in what she wants to sell. As I previously said, with shows like Gandhi Baat, Ekta Kapoor is a pure capitalist in every way. She knows what she is selling depending on the medium through which it is presented. So you keep the housewives and elderly women hooked in their houses through the regressive Saas Bahu dramas, and you provide the sexual content for web platforms which the masses will see but will never admit to it.
I actually believe Indians have 3 faces. The friends face,
right,
the family face and the solo face. So when we're alone, we watch very different content.
Right.
When we're with our families, we are busy trying to be perfect. बेटी के सामने ये नहीं देख सकते, डैडी के सामने ये नहीं देख सकते.
Right.
And when we're with our friends, we are actually watching communal viewing, which is movies.
Right.
So each content decides its own medium, and that's easy for us to decide.
So while Paurashpur might have the potential to be a great series, it gets muddled because of what the streaming platform has become notorious for. Just a lot of making out and dry humping. What also disappointed me immensely regarding the show is that the cast involved in it is genuinely very talented. You have capable actors like Annu Kapoor, Milind Soman and Shilpa Shinde, and everyone has put forth performances as if they fully believed in the written material. The unfortunate aspect is that the written material is so weak that those convincing performances also cannot salvage it in any way. Shaheer, Sheikh, also one of the most underrated talents of Indian television, who has a massive fan following online, is so terribly wasted in this series that you wonder whether his involvement was just to attract his fan base. Similarly, a capable actor like Flora Saini is also barely in the series, making it very clear that the casting and planning of this show is rather haphazard. I would not discount certain moments of this series. There are some beautiful songs in it, the production design of the series is truly impeccable, barring the terrible CGI, and there's especially one action sequence that does an entire first-person shooter POV perspective, which had all the potential to enhance this series' storytelling. But let's just be honest, this is me just digging to say something nice for the show rather than it really standing out and staying with me. The series definitely is unintentionally funny. जैसे सास बहू सीरियल में सब दरवाजे के पीछे ईव्सड्रॉप कर रहे होते हैं ना, वैसे ही in this show every plot point is that someone was creepily either stalking characters or listening from a distance. While trying to be a commentary on toxic masculinity and what really constitutes a man, every person is having an affair, and to make it all inclusive, it's not restricted to only heterosexual relationships. There's one character that is omnipresent, having an affair with literally every character, making you commend his cheating ways and his teleporting skills. Nothing is funnier, however, when a gay couple, while trying to get freaky in bed rather than getting to the point, indulge in a contemporary dance number with one another. Seeing Milind Soman be a poor man's amalgamation of Assassin's Creed and Prince of Persia also made it clear that there is an absolute lack of vision regarding what this series wanted to be. A completely wasted opportunity in actually building a period drama with a social message. What we eventually get is the old Balaji staple, sequences of women in concubines trying to do every position in the Kama Sutra as a means to communicate that they are finally free. Seeing Annu Kapoor in sex scenes with women 2 generations younger than him might just be a reason for you to never click on this series. It might just scar you and make you wonder why the creators wanted to end 2020 on such a bad note. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about this series. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.